Dryer Master, computerized grain drying control, an advanced control system from Dryer Moisture Systems, Inc. Your Dryer Master 510 is the newest generation in the Dryer Master family of computerized grain drying control systems. The Dryer Master 510 incorporates the latest in moisture measurement and moisture control technology to help you optimize your drying. As with previous Dryer Master models, with the Dryer Master 510, you will see reduced over and under drying, increased throughput through your dryer, and reduced energy usage. The Dryer Master 510 uses a faster learning method and can, under most circumstances, recover much quicker than previous models. Worldwide, there are over 1,000 Dryer Master systems in service to date, as well as many moisture measurement-only solutions and custom moisture control applications in the manufactured feed and foods industry, as well as non-food products. The Dryer Master 510 system is specifically designed to control the drying of natural grains such as corn, rice, soybeans, wheat, canola, and more. Your Dryer Master 510 comes complete with an installation guide, a user's guide, and a commissioning guide. The back of the user's guide has Quick Guide, which can be removed and plasticized to use as a quick reference. This video supplements the information contained in your user's guide. We encourage you to read the user's guide in advance of operating the Dryer Master 510. If you have any questions on the information in the guides or any aspect of Dryer Master operation, please contact our Customer Support Center. We want to make your introduction to Dryer Master computerized drying control as straightforward as possible. We begin with an overview of the Dryer Master approach to drying. As an operator, you know that your dryer dries faster or slower depending upon drying conditions. Outside air temperature, wind speed and direction, humidity, time of day, the variety of the grain being dried, and of course the moisture of the grain can all affect dryer operation. To control the moisture of the grain they are drying, most operators take regular moisture samples from the grain leaving the dryer. This may happen every 15 minutes, every half hour, or hourly, or perhaps only a few times a day. Based on the results of the moisture sample, the operator decides whether or not to make adjustments to the dryer discharge rate or metering roll speed. The operator may even wait for a second moisture sample to confirm a trend before making a change. If the grain is too wet, the operator reduces the discharge rate, or, if the grain is too dry, the operator increases the discharge rate. The Dryer Master also adjusts the discharge rate to control the grain moisture, but it gets its information in a different way. The Dryer Master uses online moisture and temperature sensors located at the inlet and the outlet of the dryer, as well as the drying air temperature. Several times a second, these sensors provide moisture and temperature readings to a computer located in the Dryer Master control panel. The computer uses this information to build a model of how your dryer is operating. Then, as inlet moistures and drying conditions change throughout the day, the Dryer Master continuously calculates and automatically adjusts to the best discharge rate for the current situation. The Dryer Master then has two important advantages. First, it continually monitors the dryer. Second, it has the benefit of continuous moisture information from both the inlet and the outlet of the dryer, as well as the drying temperature. This gives it a full picture of all the grain in the dryer, not only of what is coming out of the dryer. With this information, the Dryer Master does not have to wait to react to changes in the outlet moisture. It is able to adjust the discharge rate as the incoming moisture changes. So, for example, as wetter grain comes into the Dryer Master can begin to slow down the discharge rate just as the wetter grain reaches the hot zone. As well, if you increase or decrease the drying temperature, the Dryer Master will adjust the discharge rate to accommodate. Now that we've looked at how the Dryer Master works in general terms, let's take a closer look at the components of your Dryer Master 510. A moisture and temperature sensor is placed at the inlet to the dryer just above the hot zone, in an area where it will remain fully covered by flowing grain. A second moisture and temperature sensor is placed after the outlet of the dryer, where it can measure a representative sample of the grain leaving the dryer. Next to the outlet moisture sensor is a sampling button. This is used for calibrating the outlet moisture sensor. An air temperature sensor is placed in the dryer to measure the drying air temperature. The moisture sensors, sampling button, and air temperature sensor are all wired to the Dryer Master 510 panel, which becomes the new workstation for the operator to monitor and control the dryer. The operator can view online information on the Dryer Master screen and use the panel to adjust settings such as alarm limits and moisture targets. Critical dryer function such as starting and stopping, as well as setting the drying temperature and any drying safety and interlocks, are still handled by the dryer control system as before. A printer is connected to the Dryer Master 510 panel to print drying information. Inside the Dryer Master 510 control panel is a modem. The modem is connected to a phone line so that the Dryer Master Support Center can contact the Dryer Master 510. The Dryer Master 510 is also capable of connecting to the Support Center using a special adapter and a high-speed internet connection. You can call the Dryer Master Support Center if you have questions or need assistance. Through the modem connection or the optional high-speed internet connection, Dryer Master personnel are able to look at your drying history and make any necessary adjustments to your system online. This can be done while the Support Center operator is discussing the issue with you on a second phone line. The Dryer Master 510 interfaces with your dryer by a connection to your dryer discharge system. With the Dryer Master in local, your dryer operates as it did prior to the installation of the Dryer Master. With the Dryer Master in manual or automatic mode, it sends a set point to the discharge system to operate the dryer at the requested discharge rate. As a backup feature, you can always revert to operating your dryer from your dryer panel by setting the Dryer Master to local mode. If the Dryer Master is powered down or turned off, the dryer automatically operates in local mode. The Dryer Master 510 panel should be installed in a place that is convenient to monitor your drying operation, such as near the receiving area, in the office, or in a room near the dryer. Your Dryer Master should never be located outdoors, exposed to the elements. The Dryer Master 510 control panel features three information interface components: the screen, the keypad, and the status lights. The screen looks like this and shows you your operating mode: local, manual, automatic, as well as operation states, left to right, top to bottom, the inlet grain moisture and grain temperature, the outlet grain moisture and grain temperature, the moisture target, the dryer discharge rate, the drying air temperature, and if selected, the bin number you are loading into, as well as dryer states, messages, and product being dried, and the current date and time. It also displays alarm messages. The status lights next to the screen show the status of alarms and the operating mode of the Dryer Master. The Dryer Master keypad has buttons on the left and right and a numerical keypad in the middle. In this video, we will discuss the use of the mode, set point, calibrate keys, along with enter and cancel. These will be used most often. The remaining Dryer Master keys are used less frequently. You can read more about their use in the user's guide. Now that we have reviewed the components of the Dryer Master, it is time to talk about its operation. The Dryer Master can be used in three modes of operation: local, manual, and auto. It is very important that you understand the differences between the three different modes. Local. Every time you start your dryer, the Dryer Master begins in local mode. In local mode, the Dryer Master monitors the drying process and displays information on the screen, but it does not control anything. In local mode, you operate the dryer just as you did before, from the dryer panel. Manual. In manual mode, the Dryer Master provides you with all the process information that it receives, but you are responsible for making changes to the dryer discharge rate. In manual mode, you can conveniently change the dryer discharge rate directly from the Dryer Master panel using the Set Point button, without having to go out to the dryer. Use the manual mode while you are drying very short runs, maybe only an hour or two, or while the Dryer Master is learning. Before the Dryer Master can go into auto mode, it must learn about your current drying conditions. While it is learning, the Learn status light will be on. When the Dryer Master is confident that its model of the drying process will provide good control, it turns on the Ready status light. Once the Ready light is on, you can switch to auto mode. Auto. Auto mode is where you want to be most of the time. In this mode, the Dryer Master makes changes to your discharge rate automatically based on the process information it receives and its model of your drying process. When you switch to auto mode, the Dryer Master will ask you for a target moisture. It will then automatically control the discharge rate to dry as much grain as close to your target moisture as possible. When you enter a target, it should be the average grain moisture that you want to have leaving the dryer. Remember, since the target is an average moisture, not a maximum moisture, some grain will come out wetter than the target and some will come out drier. In auto mode, you will find that your job as operator will become that of a supervisor. You will be the one responsible for setting the moisture targets for the Dryer Master and for setting the limits that it operates under. The maximum and minimum discharge rate are settable by the user in the control limits under the supervisor setup. Tips: if at any time you want to know what mode you are in, simply check the top of the display on the Dryer Master screen. To change between modes, press the Mode button and follow the instructions on the screen. If you are wondering why the Dryer Master is not ready for auto, simply select auto and it will provide an explanation when possible. The Dryer Master controls your drying based on its moisture sensor readings. Therefore, for proper operation, it is important that the Dryer Master outlet moisture sensors give a similar moisture reading as your benchtop moisture tester. The inlet moisture accuracy is not as critical as the outlet moisture sensor. The Dryer Master looks at the relative changes in inlet moisture rather than the actual value. The inlet reading only needs to be in relatively the correct range. This means that your best estimate for the relative moisture at the top of the dryer is sufficient. In this section, we will talk about why you need to calibrate, how to take a representative sample, and how often you need to calibrate. Why? While it may sound straightforward to have the online moisture sensor read the same as your benchtop unit, there are a few wrinkles that make it a little more complex. Let's look at an example where an operator goes to the dryer and takes two moisture samples 20 seconds apart and puts them into two separate containers. If you take the first manual sample and put it in your benchtop sensor, you will get a moisture reading. Now, if you put the same sample back into the tester again, you might get a slightly different reading. This is called equipment error, and it occurs because most manual testers have a plus or minus 0.2% error range. The Dryer Master moisture sensors have a similar error of plus or minus 0.2%, so it is possible for the two sensors to read as much as 0.4% difference and still both be accurate. If you now take the second moisture sample and put it into the benchtop tester, you will most likely get another reading. This time the difference is because all the grain coming out of the dryer is not exactly the same moisture. For example, there are usually variations between different columns in the dryer. This is called sampling error. This is also evident when taking samples from inbound trucks, and it is the reason that you probe and sample from different parts of the truck. The idea is to average out the differences to get an accurate overall average. How? While equipment error cannot be eliminated, we can do a lot to reduce sampling error. That is why the Dryer Master system comes with a sampling button for the outlet sensor. The concept is to have the operator and the Dryer Master take a similar sample over a period of about 30 seconds. This more representative sample provides a more accurate result. We recommend the following procedure for calibrating the outlet sensor. A. Go to the dryer and make sure grain is flowing past the sensor. B. Press the sample button next to the outlet sensor. The light will flash. C. While the light is flashing, approximately 30 seconds, take several small samples and put them into a container. Do not take just one sample. D. Mix up the sample. E. Test in the manual tester. For best results, take at least 3 tests from the sample and average them. F. Press the Calibrate button on the Dryer Master panel. G. Select the moisture sensor the sample is for. A sample waiting message will show in the line for the sensor to calibrate. H. Once selected, the moisture calculation will display. I. Enter your moisture value and press Enter. The Dryer Master will automatically update its moisture calculation formula. Note: by default, the maximum calibration change the Dryer Master will make is 0.5%. This is to prevent erroneous key entries or occasional bad samples from disrupting the operation. In practice, errors should be less than 1% on average. There may be instances where the readings are significantly in error and more drastic steps need to be taken. Significant changes in product quality or startups are the most likely causes. How often? Continue your sampling at the frequency you are accustomed to. Too many samples will never be an issue. Calibration is a scientific procedure, so all samples should be taken with care and the method should be identical by all members. Look at this as a record-keeping method. Things to avoid. 1. Taking quick grab samples and entering them. 2. Taking a sample and letting it sit around before processing. 3. Product temperature significantly different than the manual tester's temperature will lead to errors. 4. Taking samples outside of the manual tester's operating temperature range. The Dryer Master sensor is quite happy measuring moisture below freezing. Your manual tester is not. The Dryer Master comes with an alarm feature that can help you monitor your drying. You can set high and low alarm limits for inlet moisture, outlet moisture, drying air temperature, discharge rate, inlet product temperature, outlet product temperature. For each alarm limit, there are 2 stages of alarm. The first stage is a warning alarm, and the second stage is a critical alarm. The warning alarm tells you there may be a problem, but the Dryer Master will attempt to correct the problem. If the Dryer Master cannot correct the problem, a critical alarm will be reached. This will return the Dryer Master to manual or local mode. We will use an example to show this relationship. Let's say that your moisture target is 14.5%. and that you want to be told if the moisture goes above 15.5% and that if the moisture reaches 16%, you want the Dryer Master to stop controlling and return to manual mode. For this example, you would set your high outlet moisture warning alarm at 15.5% and your high outlet moisture critical alarm at 16%. To change your Dryer Master alarm settings, press the Alarms button and follow the instructions on the screen. The rate alarm settings in this section set alarms. For rate, alarm minimum, and maximum speed settings, refer to the Control Limit section under the Supervisor Setup section in the manual. The Dryer Master will not set a rate outside the limits you set under the Control Limits settings. Most of the setup work for the Dryer Master is done during installation and commissioning, but there is still some additional customization that can only be done once you start drying. In the first few days or week of drying, the Support Center can answer questions and assist with questions and observations. Also note that the amount of information you now see can be overwhelming. This has always taken place. You just did not see it. Calibrating the sensors. For the first 20 hours of drying, we recommend that you take hourly samples and input the results into the Dryer Master. This will help ensure that the DM510 moisture readings are in line with your manual tests and will also familiarize you with entering calibrations. The objective is to have you comfortable with the moisture readings provided by the Dryer Master. During this time, you should also get comfortable using the Dryer Master by operating in manual mode and using it to change the discharge rate without having to go to the dryer. Verifying the throughput. While you are drying in manual mode, the Dryer Master is collecting information on your drying. Usually, once you have completed a few dryer loads of drying, there is enough data for automatic operation. If you are unsure or have not set up the dryer volume and throughput values, contact the Support Center to verify your throughput, which is the volume of grain that goes through your dryer in an hour at a certain rate. If the dryer volumes and throughput are changed, you must remain in manual mode for at least 2 dryer loads. The system may turn the ready light on immediately, but things have changed and the system needs to relearn based on the new information. Drying in automatic. Once the Dryer Master is able to control the dryer, it will turn on the ready light and suggest a reasonable drying rate. You may select automatic mode, but monitor the operation closely. If Dryer Master is selecting unreasonable operating speeds, there may be an error in the volume and throughput entry, or there simply has not been enough time to build a good operating model. Contact the Dryer Master Support Center by phone or by email if there are any questions. Please note, if you select automatic and you are way too dry or too wet, you will find Dryer Master will either speed up or slow down the dryer to compensate. Initially, it is best to bring the dryer to target manually, then select automatic. When you are finished drying, you may want to return control to local mode before shutting down the dryer. Before we finish, let's review a normal daily procedure for operating the Dryer Master. 1. Start your dryer as you have in the past. The Dryer Master panel will likely show that you are in local mode. 2. From the Dryer Master panel, press the Mode button and select Manual Mode and set an initial discharge rate. To change the rate while you are in manual mode, use the Set Point button. Note that you may not be able to switch to manual mode if the Dryer Master indicates the dryer is off. 3. Once the Ready status light is on, press the Mode button and select Auto. You will be prompted to enter a moisture target. 4. The Dryer Master will now automatically adjust the dryer discharge rate to control the product moisture to target. 5. To change your moisture target while you are in auto mode, use the Set Point button. 6. While you are operating the dryer, calibrate the moisture sensors as required. 7. When you turn off the Dryer Master may automatically go back to local mode. The Dryer Master may not allow manual mode until the dryer is back running and there are no more alarms. Finally, remember, if you have any questions or concerns about the operation of your Dryer Master, please contact us at the Dryer Master Support Center.